Let's get to 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, which is brought to you by the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV for those who never want to lose their edge. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Let's hear from Sal, 305-567-0560. Hello, Sal.
Okay, I've been down here for 9 years. I've been listening to this station. 9 years, and all they talked about was we need an offensive line. Okay, that was 9 years ago, and Chris Greer has been in charge of that somewhat. Okay, and they're still talking about the offensive line. And if the Dolphins do not realize that Chris Greer has to go, and they have to change their ways of just getting the high fancy players when the players can't do anything because you don't have any time for anything like you guys are saying. But when are the Dolphins organization going to realize that Chris Greer has to go? That's what my comment.
I don't think he's going anywhere, man. And look, Sal, I think it's, first of all, he's been here for what? He has been the mush. I mean, I'm not saying it's all his fault. I'm just saying they haven't made the playoffs. He's been here since what, 2000 as a scout? So
He's been here a long time.
Been here a long time.
So, question. Let me read this. I love how Leroy doesn't think it's then the coach's fault.
Mm-hmm.
The O-line, the men can't play. Bro, they looked uncoached. I'm like, listen. There's a difference between not being coached and not having talent. Like, you can coach him up. It don't mean that the guy has the abilities to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's where we fall with that. Like, there, some of these offensive line, these guys wouldn't be on the field if.
But part of the issue is with the evaluation of it. I get you,
right?
But they have been sitting here. The coach has said,
telling us,
and I know he's a player's coach, but he's like going over the top where he's telling you this is the most talent I've ever had in an offensive line room. Bull crap. And
yeah, and look, for the same reason why I tell you, let's not play that's a win, that's a loss before they play a game.
So
right?
Fun though.
But okay. They're doing the same thing, and you're saying I'm tired of it.
I don't get paid for that.
But no, that's not an excuse.
It is
Stop
an excuse.
No, you want to be able to do what you want to do, but stop them from doing the same thing because your answer is, I don't get paid for that?
I'm not claiming I could be a general manager, but if you gave me a day as general manager, I could have told you Eichenberg's a bum day one.
Again, it's all fine and great. That's all fine and great.
And show me a PFF score one more time of him, please.
What's a PFF score?
Pro Football Focus.
Yeah. Can Pro Football Focus block? Because maybe we can use that to.
Maybe if he focused more, he'd block better.
I find it hard to believe that somebody outside of that room can grade a player without knowing what's being asked of them.
This is a man who's pissed. Our boy on the Twitch. Dolphin Kane.
Dolphin Kane.
Hey, thank you for taking my call. Tobin, Leroy, Marcos, J-Fig, you all know that I love you guys.
Yep.
Oh, and my Twitch family.
Yep.
And I love my Canes, and I love my Dolphins. But McDaniel, more like McFraud.
Whoa.
Okay, so, and Leroy, I love you, man. And you talk about how McDaniel needs experience. But he got out-coached again, and this time by the youngest coach in the league, a rookie coach. And McDaniel had 10 days to prepare, and we got beat by Geno Effin Smith.
Can I tell you?
Hey, I can
Geno
give you
Smith!
with these guys. I could have gave you a month to prepare.
Yeah, but here's the
they
thing.
were better.
Can I tell you something that drove me nuts with him? All right, Mike McDaniel. All right, first season, wheelbarrow for those balls. All right, this guy was going for it. Right.
Right.
And for some reason, they're down 3-0. Seattle, they kicked a long field goal. It was 4th and 10. McDaniel, 4th and 1. He always goes for it. He opts to nearly kick a 60-yard field goal with Jason Sanders, who's as shaky as they come.
You end up losing 7 yards
and
on
I'm
that
like,
transaction.
What is this mouse balls behavior from him?
Again,
what is that?
I text you guys. By him trying to kick a field goal instead of going for it, if you were worried about field position, you gave up 7 yards of field position.
Crazy to me.
Because if you'd have went for it and not got it, at least you would have got the ball around the line of scrimmage. But the fact that you tried to kick a field goal means you moved them 7 yards closer to their end.
I thought it cost them. I'm like, oh, that's okay, great. What did Dalvin Gate, did that not drive you nuts, that decision?
Oh, every decision drives me nuts. McFraud is a play designer, not a coach. And on the sidelines, he looks like a guy that studied geography for a math test.
Yeah, he looked bewildered yesterday.
Rough.
So here's the deal. Like I get everybody being upset and pissed off and whatever. But when you ask, I asked the question, what would you have done differently other than the play you talked about?
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Like, if it's getting a yard or kicking a 57-yarder, I'm going to try to get the yard.
And his explanation was like, because I thought points were going to be at a premium. I'm like, whoa, dude. What?
57 yards, you don't think points are going to be a premium. Because if you think points are going to be a premium, then you punt the ball and get them inside the 10 and make them have to drive.
You got that, Marcos? Can you get him on the 57-yard field goal? I thought that was like the most, because like I get it. Look, I agree with you, Leroy. Talent wins. You got to have the players, but also he's just not. We've come to know who he is as a coach,
right?
And I'm like, who is this guy?
I think
you Joe Philbin all of a sudden.
No, here's what happens. You get so caught up in who the hell you have playing, and you lose track of what you're trying to do. And what I would say is, coaches have to get to the point, no matter who's in the game, we're going to do what we do, whether it works out or not. You might be more pissed off by that. I honestly think you may be more pissed off. But in the long run, I think your team's better off. If you keep trying to change what you do to accommodate one guy in your offense, it looks like that. Like it was like no passes down the field. Quick passes, quick decisions, right? And so that's what coaches tend to do to try to accommodate their backup quarterback or whatever. And I would say, why bother? It looked terrible. You might as well just go ahead and open up the offense. But here's the problem. If you look at the plays he was calling the first 2 weeks, it looked like this. Yeah. So that's the bigger issue, is that I really think they have zero faith in the offensive line. And everything has been short. Everything has been. The other thing is, and here's what I mean about taking little steps, right? Is that I will tell you this. When you watch them play, and it's not only the play calling, right? But the fact is, when you pay attention to little details, it's a detail like you make sure that I have Waddle or Tyreek on the field at all times. I should never have an offensive play in a passing situation where one of them isn't on the field.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says McDaniel went from wheelbarrow-sized balls to Scooby-sized balls.
Scooby's like, keep my name out your mouth! Keep my name out your mouth!
Give me McDaniel on his decision.
It was a combination of the work week where Jason Sanders was at pregame, and I thought the matchup and with the defense, I thought points were at a premium, and although there was there were 17 first half points, and they came early. I was kind of playing to where I thought our defense was at, and those are things that you're always debating. Had it been 3 yards further back or 4 yards further back, maybe I make a different decision. But basically on the first down, I'm kind of considering that where the field position is, and I thought it was close enough that he would have a good striking effort. So,
so can I say this?
The dude's a coin flip kicker, so obviously you never know.
I mean,
give me that little Grammatica.
He said I was little. He said I figure I was in his range, or if it was 4 yards back.
He said he liked the way that he was hitting it pregame.
Right, but he goes, if it was 4 yards back, then maybe I make a different decision. I'm like, 4 yards back, like.
Yeah,
61
yards.
That's 61 yards. but
you're right. It is.
We don't have that super Cowboys kicker.
If points are at a premium, and that's the reason you're going to go with for doing it, then field position should be even more of a premium. If you don't think there's that many points going to be scored. If you're not gonna go for it, you're punting. The field goal should have been out of the option.
So stupid.
Not even a possibility. But again, with all the things going on, you're scrambling. What are you laughing at now?
Nothing.
Where?
You gotta say it. Share for the class.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, now he's not gonna.
I'm not gonna say it. I feel bad that Scooby's taking shrapnel. But anyway, guys, listen. You're not feeling man enough to go for it on 4th and short.
No.
Well, we're gonna make you
pooch punt, baby.
That's. Well, maybe we can make you go for it 4th and all night long.
Whoa.
With Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Now you can chew it and do it. No second guessing your play call here, all right? You go to BlueChew.com. You got the great thing about the Blue Chew, no doctor's visits.
Minty?
Oh, nice.
They do have mint flavors.
Mint
They do
flavor?
that. They're good.
Oh,
They got mint flavors.
Those doctors can't.
You don't got to go to the doctor. You don't got to go to the pharmacy. You don't got to wait in
Embarrassing.
lines. No weird conversations. No yammering press conferences. None of it, dude. It gets delivered right to your door in a discreet package. Dolphins going to use some discreet packages yesterday on offense. Yeah. I'm just saying. Anyway, I got a special deal for our listeners out there. All right, if you want to try Blue Chew for free, use the promo code SHOWPONY. Use the promo code SHOWPONY at checkout. You're paying just $5 for shipping, but you're getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. So go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code
ShowPony,
and you are getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. Just pay that $5 for shipping. BlueChew.com, BlueChew.com.
The show pony.